All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kwadash, which is the true name of the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, our two great kings. Second of all, I want to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Elder Tahar, and on down that rule well. And third of all, I want to give a peace and safety to the hopeful elect out there, the brothers that push the truth of the King James Bible, in all truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. All right, so I just want to do a short lesson of how alone the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai allows it to go. And I want to name the video Election Denial / Civil War. All right, and Lord Willis, brothers, can see on the screen, I just did a simple Google search for the meaning, the term of election denial, and this is from Wikipedia, and it says election denial movement in the United States. The election denial movement in the United States is a widespread false belief among many Republicans that the elections in the United States are rigged and stolen through election fraud by Democrats. All right. So I'm read that part again. It says the election denial movement in the United States is a widespread false belief among many Republicans. Like the last election between Biden and Trump. All right, people believe that it was rigged for Biden to win. All right. So again, it says many Republicans that the election in the United States are rigged and stolen through election fraud. So why even vote if that's the case? People still voting, but a majority of people believe that the elections are rigged, which they are. All right, which the elders have spoken, on this that topic about the Trilateral Commission before. The elders mentioned a guy by the name of Anthony Sutton. All right, and he basically broke it down how every U.S. president, you can all trace back that they're all members of the Trilateral Commission, which they pick the presidents. Trilateral Commission or the Progressive Council, whatever they're calling themselves now. The elite, basically the higher ups of Esau. All right, they pick the presidents. You don't pick anything. All right, the election is nothing but a waste of time. To vote is a waste of time. These debates and all that is nothing but a pep rally. It's all a bunch of garbage. All right, these rallies ain't nothing but a pep rally or whatever. All right, it's no different from a pep rally that you used to have in high school when your team was getting ready to play on Friday night. It's no difference. All right, folly and bread and circuses. That's all it is. All right. But again, it says the election denial movement in the United States is a widespread false belief among many Republicans that the election in the United States are rigged and stolen through election fraud by Democrats. All right. So again, why even waste time voting? But that's a whole nother story. But that's a whole nother topic, Salakia. But I'm gonna pause it real quick because I have an article. All right, Salakia brothers. Lord Wills brothers can see on the screen. I have this article here from the RT News, and it says 1 in 4 Americans fear post-election civil war. All right. And, a lot of people, are saying this, all right, that they believe that all hell is going to break loose and everything's going to turn chaotic here in Babylon the Great after the election. All right. Because a lot of people are in the mindset that there's going to be, election denial is going to take place. All right. That, the elections is going to be stolen again from Trump and is going to be given, and Harris is going to win. All right. But that again remains to be seen. And either way, vice versa, it's still going to be pretty much a case of you're still going to have, that case of election denial. Because if Trump wins, people are going to believe that they stole it from Harris. If Harris wins, people are going to believe they stole it from Trump. So you're going to have election denial either way, which could kick off a civil war. All right. So again, it says 1 in 4 Americans fear post-election civil war. 5% and 12% of respondents personally know someone who might take up arms for Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, respectively. See, either way, if she wins, they're gonna get mad. If he wins, they're gonna get mad. All right. It says around 27% of Americans believe a civil war is likely to break out after the upcoming U.S. presidential election. Lord will it does. According to the recent YouGov poll with supporters of Donald with both Donald Trump and Kamala Harris expressing similar concerns. And a significant number of Americans fear the upcoming election could lead to the political violence, with 6% stating that a second civil war is very likely, and 21% saying it is somewhat likely. Roughly equal proportion of Trump and Harris supporters through a civil war was at least somewhat likely, according to the survey conducted between October 18th to October 21st for the Times and the Times and the Say 24 project. 12% of 1,266 respondents said they know someone who might take up arms if they believe Trump was cheated out of the victory, the election denial, while 5% report knowing someone who would do the same for Harris. So either way, it's going to be you're going to have a case of election denial. Each side, if the other loses, they're going to be pissed off. They're going to be mad and take to the streets because they're going to believe it was stolen from them, from the person they picked. The pollster also asked about guns ownership, but found no collateral. Okay, so that's pretty much all I'm gonna read. So, which people are going to take up guns, man, going to take up arms, like it tells us in 2nd Ezra 15. So let's go ahead and go there real quick. All right, because things could turn super ugly, man. All right, super ugly. And the people are noticing. It's way more than just, and I believe it's way more than 1 in 4 Americans believe that all hell could break loose if one side don't get the results they want. All right. But who knows how it's going to play out. They might cancel. It's still 11, 12 days left. All right. It still could be canceled. Something could happen where they cancel it altogether, or again, they could just run it and just, steal it from one of them. So either way, again, either side's going to believe it was stolen from them. Either way. All right. But this is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 18. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the house shall be destroyed, and men should be afraid. All right. And it said again that people are in fear of this. All right. That a civil war is going to break out. All right. Like it was just a movie out called Civil War. Verse 19. And in that movie, which really made no sense at all, but at the end of the movie, they unalived the president in that movie. All right, so that was maybe it was a sign. I don't know. Again, the movie really made no sense. But again, at the end of the movie, they unalived the president for some reason. All right. Verse 19, and man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil the goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulations. And the Civil War, post-Civil War after the election, could kick everything off where all hell just breaks loose. All right, people start bum rushing the stores. All right, so on and so forth, man. Shit just go batshit crazy, man. And I really should have started at verse 14. So like 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 14. Woe to the world and them that the world therein, which the word woe means destruction. Verse 15. For the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people should stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hand. That's a civil war. All right. One group of people fighting against another. Oh, I'm a Republican, I'm a Democrat. You're fighting against each other. All right. And like the Lord Yahweh said, a house divided against itself shall not stand. All right, so again, we'll read it again, 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 15. For the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people should stand up to fight against another. And that's what a civil war is. All right, again, Republican and Democrat fighting, that's a civil war. That's one people standing up to fight against another. And swords in their hand, which the modern day sword is the gun. All right, which they will be used. Like, again, it showed you in that movie, Civil War. All right. So, get one more precept, and I'm going to wrap it up. This 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 24. And at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. Because that's another thing. This whole election thing is dividing people as well. Dividing friends or whatever. Breaking people up too. Because a lot of women are angry because their man don't want to vote. Their dude or whatever don't want to vote for Harris. All right. they're fighting and arguing about it and breaking up. And it's safe to say that, you know, somebody might have a Harris sign in their yard, and the neighbor might have, and they could have been cool for some time, and the neighbor might have a Trump sign in their yard, and that could kick off, you know, them being enemies. All right. Now they're probably looking at each other in a different way. They're not looking at each other the same. All right. So I mean, this old election thing is dividing people like crazy, breaking up relationships. Pretty sure it's breaking up friendships. All right. At that time, shall friends fight one against another like enemies. And this is really when martial law kicks off. And the earth shall stand in fear, and those that dwell therein. The springs, right? The earth shall stand in fear, and those that dwell therein. Again, the majority of people are afraid that there's going to be a civil war. All right. So again, it said the earth shall stand in fear, and those that dwell therein. All right. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. And whosoever shall remain from all these things that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation in the end of your world. Right? Because of civil war, all hell breaking loose. The elect have to go through that, but the elect will survive it. The elect will make it through it. All right, and see the end of this devil's empire. All right, like we read further up the verse, Esau is the end of in that chapter. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it. The father. All right, the next world to come is Jacob's world, which is all powers Yahweh Bashem Yahushai's world. Like it says in Romans 8, we're joint heirs with the Lord Yahushai. All right, so the next world to come is the nation of Israel. And the world it was talking about in 2 Ezra 6 right there was talking about the end of Esau Edom's world, his kingdom. All right, because the scripture say the earth will abide forever, so the earth will never be destroyed. All right, but this election thing could kick things off, man. Things could get super ugly after this election. All right, because of election denialism or election denial or whatever. All right. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Quadash. Second of all, I want to give again double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And third of all, I want to give a peace and safety to the brothers that push this truth to truth. Again, to the King James Bible throughout the four corners of the globe. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.